See dolphins!
So I am Nadra Nathaigian. I'm the Conservation Advisor at the Zoological Society of Trinidad and Tobago. Dolphins, I should say, belong to a larger group, and that is the cetaceans that involve the whales and the porpoises. Dolphins are not, I wouldn't consider them to be migratory. As I said, I think that they frequent our waters. Our waters are their habitats. So the literature records 11 species of dolphins in Trinidad and Tobago waters. It was from a study done by Romero et al. And among those are what you know as the very common bottlenose. But in addition to the bottlenose, they are rough-toothed, they are tropical and Atlantic spotted dolphins, and those you are more likely to come across. In 2006, for the first time, they recorded the spinner dolphin.
Dolphin that you see on a menu, listen in Trinidad.
No. That is mahi.
That's not that. That's
You know what I
a
mean?
fish.
Yeah, that's a
the
big
fish,
difference. That is not the dolphin.
Sometimes dolphin will eat dolphin fish, but they eat many other fish. So I don't think there's any real relationship. They just happen to share the same name.
Then when if it happens to get it tangled up in it and it drown, and they decide, well, they feel like they don't eat a piece, they will. You understand? But it's not a fish that they say, well, when they catch it, everybody will rush for it and want it. No.
I always like to say in Trinidad and Tobago, we will eat anything. I shouldn't say we, but I mean the people of Trinidad and Tobago tend to prize anything that walks, runs, crawls, even move a little bit, you know.
Go ahead.
The only threats it have is the fishermen and them catching it out.
Only the fishermen will interfere with them.
No, they don't do dolphin fishing over here.
There are two ways a fisherman can have impact on dolphins. One is a targeted hunt, so it's when they are trying to catch the animals. And one is bycatch. It's when they accidentally catch the animals when they're looking to catch something else.
Right here, right in this very environment right here, it doesn't interrupt us because we used to catch real nice fish and thing, redfish, all kind of fish here. And all of a sudden now it doesn't need to get nothing to have to catch. You need to have the water looking. Pardon me?
What's the cause of that?
Well, the oil and like the Spanish boat and the Chinese and them, you know. Fairly what you the top of the water, the surface of the water and the color of the water, it's kind of oily.
With the oil industry, and you know we have a lot of escape oil, you know, slicks on the water, and sometimes they escape and go to the bottom, okay? And when they get there, they transform into another chemical, something they call PCBs, generally speaking. You guess what I mean? And this, to make it short, poison the fish. And then when you eat the fish, you yourself get yourself poisoned too.
They are affecting, you know, the environment that these dolphins live in. You have what you call biomagnification. By the time the dolphins eat the fish, they are in fact, there's such a high percentage of, toxins and so on.
From the Chinese.
Diesel and oil.
Diesel and oil
Yeah.
is dumped from the boats
Yeah.
here.
And then on the north, they go on the north, certain places on the north coast there, certain places in the Gulf here, and they dump the tuna heads.
Tuna heads.
Heads, yeah. They dump that by the hundreds, thousands of pounds.
The oil, the fish, when it's rotten, it's like oil, from the fish itself. And that destroy the natural resources that the fish is in.
Otherwise, of course, we have things like fill pollution. Like where you have yachties, anchor boats out there for a long time, you know what I mean? Sometimes the sewer system bad, you know what I mean? And things of the sort like that. And then we have things like boat bottoms painted with the wrong type of paint. You know what I mean? That escape copper and the other chemicals from the boat again affect the fish.
The people who does the oil, they also do bombing, sending up the filth and the wrong, the chemicals. And that too will also kill the fish.
Seismic research is done to show people what is on the seafloor, give people a picture of what is on the seafloor or what is under the seafloor. And a lot of times in Trinidad we do it to find out if there's oil and gas below the seabed because they don't want to be around that. And in that case, fishes prey for these animals. So now you've moved their food. Or it can make them move because they're uncomfortable being there. So you could see it was the noise causing that. And if you're making animals leave a safe place where they could calve to go somewhere else that they didn't choose to go before, there was a reason why they chose this place to calve, you could actually be putting them into danger where more calves are eaten by sharks or things like that.
Sometimes what we think it's a very pleasurable exercise can in fact be harmful too. And sometimes we tend to go out in our boats and it's appealing and we want to see them. And we go straight into the pod, okay, because they are found in pods, they are in groups, and we tend to disturb them.
Or a propeller. A lot of times that will be a series of parallel cuts, maybe about that distance apart, but it depends on the size of the propeller blades themselves, or they can get caught in a line or a net, and that can cut into the animals. In some cases, it can take the dorsal fin completely off.
If the dolphin happen to reach anywhere here where I reside in, and I see it, and I know it's suffering, and what I could do is to assist it, I will do that until I get in touch with the zoo or somewhere where they will take it. But I personally would not keep it.
All right.
Understand?
Yeah.
But I'll try to protect it.
Okay, one of the things that we see a lot on TV when people are helping dolphins, they would fill their buckets and go in the sea and going back and forth from the sea to the mammal and throwing the water on the mammal.
Right.
They would be thinking they are helping the are they?
If they're doing it correctly, they are. So what you want to do is keep that animal safe from people, and then you want to keep the animal cool and you want to keep the animal moist because their skin can get damaged very quickly. But you need to be very careful. You're not throwing that water in a place that it'll get into the blowhole and that you drown the animal. And the blowhole is on the top of the head, so it's very easy if you throw water that you can get water in the blowhole. There's specific ways, including using cloths and towels to apply the water, putting up shades, tarpaulins, and so on over the animal. You don't want to run up to this animal and start trying to help it because you could actually be doing damage to it or damage to yourself. These animals, because we're so closely related, we're both mammals, we can share diseases. So you can come to help it and you can get a disease from it. This animal is stranded possibly because it's sick. I don't feel we should be capturing them anymore. I think we should stop. We have understood that these animals are very intelligent, they're very social, and they need a big area to live in, and we should, with that understanding, stop capturing them.
Yes, please.
And just stay steady one place. See how they're swimming around right here instead of going all over the place. Just stay steady, you probably get a better picture.